So today I'm going to show you how to do part 2 of the Isabela costume, and then hopefully in a few weeks I'll have the third part done. So you want to start by getting a large white t-shirt long enough to go down to your thighs. And then you just want to trace around your body about an inch outside of it, all the way down. And then just cut off the sides on the lines that you traced. So you'll cut off the sleeves and everything. And then you'll end up with just a long shirt with no sides and no sleeves. So just throw that on over your head and mark out right about where your cleavage starts and just put a little pin in there so you know right where the top of that is. You want to be above it, and then you just cut a V up from the neck, so cut straight down to the pin and then just cut off the collar at an angle down to the pin and use that to trace the other side as well. And then I also cut off the collar on the back side to make it even all the way around. So then you just want to fold the edges over to make a hem. And then over on the edges by the sleeves, you just fold those under and go all the way down to make a nice hem there. So here's the hem on the outside, and the one at the collar I rolled outward to kind of look like her collar, the way it was rolled outward, but if you want it to look a little more authentic, you can roll it over even further, and then just stow a few stitches in place to make the big collar. I just used the hem as like a small collar on mine, just to make it easy. Then I also sewed an extra piece about halfway up on the front side, on the inside, just to make sure that nothing would show through because the white shirt's a little thin. And then on some of the pieces I cut off, I cut 3 little strips of fabric, and they're nice and stretchy, and then I just sewed those, 3 of those, onto each side of the shirt dress here. Those would be the straps to hold it together. So you end up sewing on 3, and you sew them to the front and the back. You do that on both sides. And then just lay it out, and you got to put in the eyelets, so just fold on the lower half, just fold it over a little bit, and then it'll make it double thick, so you can put the eyelets through the double thick layer so it doesn't tear. And then up on the upper part, I've already got the 2 layers there, so I just put eyelets straight in there. So here it is with the eyelets, through the double on the bottom, and then through the 2 flat layers on the upper section. So then I just took some white cording and threaded that through all the eyelets, just crisscrossing it all the way up. And when I got to the top, I just kept on going through the eyelets at the top, just poking them through the back side, and then back up through the front, again still kind of crisscrossing them all the way up. And then you can just tie that off at the top. Then I got a pair of black shorts because she shows a lot more skin than I want to, so I'm wearing shorts under it. Sorry, boys. And then just took a nice little square of blue fabric. You want to fold that down into a triangle. And that just goes, you put it around your head with the triangle facing down, and then the 2 corners you just tie in a knot underneath your hair. And that'll give you the appropriate look. Just like that. And then I took another square of that same fabric, which really doesn't look like hers, but I'm trying to use some fabric up. So then I just cut it at a curve. This will be for the skirt part. Just get the little curve, and then the 2 pointy ends you'll just tie together in a knot on the side of your waist so that you get the little skirt. And so then here is the finished costume. Do the little spin, and then it's time to do some warrior work. And nothing says warrior work like trimming your shrubs.